Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear viewers, dear learners, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Zakir Hussain. I'm making this video in order to help the people who are fond of learning, who are in quarantines. They have been made to stay at homes during this critical situation of pandemic. My topic of today's video is verbs of possession and attribution. I hope you must have heard of possessive pronoun, possessive adjectives. Now you are listening this verbs of possession and attribution. Now they have the same function as the possessive pronoun and possessive adjectives have, but these are the stative actions. Possession and attributions are stative actions. They are stative. They don't do anything in a sentence. They don't show any action. That's why they are said to be static action, just like the other state verbs is, am, are. They are state verb. They are not action verb. Now have, owns, belongs, have, holds, possesses. These five words are said to be the verbs of possession and attribution because they just show the ownership of the subject to something. They just show the belongings of the subject to something, but they don't show any action in the sentence like is, am, are. They also don't show any action. They are, that's why called the possession, attribution, or static actions. Now the most important thing about these, the verbs of possession and attribution, is that they cannot be made continuous. Means in place of have, you can't say having. In place of own, you can't add ing in it and saying owning, belonging, having, holding, and like this, possessing. Here, as it is written that the verbs that refer to ownership and considered stative because they don't show any action and do not take the continuous form. For example, I have a large house. Now have shows here the ownership of I on the house. She owns 3 cars. Here owns shows that she possesses 3 cars. She is the owner of 3 cars. That stereo belongs to me. Now belongs to me shows that that stereo is my possession. They have a large family. Now have shows that they possess a large family, and likewise the next sentence, he holds several postgraduate degrees. Now here the holds tells us that he has possessed or he has got or secured the postgraduate degrees in several numbers. Now the last sentence, he possesses a great wealth of knowledge, means he owns, he has a great wealth of knowledge. Now all these verbs have, owns, belongs, again have, holds, and possesses. These words shows the possession of subject to something. Hence it is very wrong if we make it continuous by adding ing in it. For example, we say I am having a large house. This is incorrect. She is owning 3 cars. This is also incorrect because they show the possession, and that's why they have been considered as the stative, not the action verbs, because they just show the belongings, ownership, that something belongs to some person, some subject. But in case there is a condition, if they don't show any possession, any ownership, or any belonging of the thing to the subject, then in that case, in that particular context, you can make their participles. Likewise, we can say using the continuous form, read the sentence, you are not holding on to the hammer tight enough. Here the holds means to grip with one hand. In this context, the holding does not show any type of belonging or ownership. It just means to grip something with one hand. So in that case, you can add ing in it and make it continuous. Sentence number 2, he thinks that a ghost is possessing him. Now, here the possess means to gain control or power over. In this context, the possess does not mean that you own something or you have something. It shows that someone has controlled on you, someone has gained control on you. So, in this case, again, the possess is not the stative verb. Since it is not the stative verb, you can make it continuous. And the other sentence, she is having a baby in few months. Here, having a baby means to give birth to a baby. So in this context, having does not show any possession or any ownership of she to someone. So here again you can add ing in it to make it continuous. They are having a party next door. Now here are having means to arrange or carry out. In this context, having also does not show any possession, so you can make it continuous. But if they show possession, as I have already told you, that if they show any kind of possession, you cannot make it continuous, otherwise it will be wrong. And when you go for entrance test in any college or university for engineering or medical, or even you are going for a job and you are given this to make its first form or the ing form, then you will have to be careful. You will have to consider it first that the word have, own, belong, hold or possesses that show the possession or belonging. If they don't show, you are going to make it continuous. But if they show, that will be wrong and you will lose numbers. I am having a large house. That's incorrect because I am having a large house. Here have shows the possession. She is owning 3 cars. That's also incorrect. Stereo is belonging. Here you are showing belongings, though that is also incorrect. They are having a large family. Now again, having shows the possession of a large family. He is holding several postgraduate degrees, means he has got or secured several postgraduate degrees. So in that sense, he possesses several postgraduate degree. So it shows the possession. So holding is incorrect. She is possessing a great wealth of knowledge. That's also incorrect. Now coming ahead, there are verbs of cognition. Cognition means something which is related to your mental cognitive domain, where you are thinking, where your thinking takes place in your mind. So there you understand, you know, you recognize the things, you also think about the things. So these are also the verbs that function as stative. They don't show any action. So in this case, you can say, I understand the issue, instead of saying that I am understanding the issue. She knows Janet very well. She is knowing Janet very well. That's the correct. And I hope you have understood the use of cognitive verbs and also the use of verbs of possession. Now coming to the next point, the most important point, the verbs of states or qualities. Now there are also other verbs like weigh, depend, involve, owe, or consist to describe the state or qualities of something. Now these words are also used as the first form of verb in the sentences. He weighs 160 pounds. He is weighing 160 pounds. That's wrong. And likewise, the next sentence is this report involves multiple sites across the world. That is also correct. Here it has the symbol of incorrect, that is correct. This report is involving multiple sites across the world. When you use ing form of involve, it becomes wrong in this sentence. Depend is also a word that is used as the first form. Your happiness depends on doing something you enjoy. Your happiness is depending on doing something you enjoy. That's incorrect. John owes me $20. John is owing me. Now that's incorrect. This book consists of research. You cannot make the ing form of consist and changing it in like is consisting. That's very wrong. So in this way you have to be careful about using these verbs. These are stative verbs. They don't show any action. They are the verbs that they describe a quality or state of anything. But there is again a condition that you have to be careful about. He is weighing each bag before delivery. In previous sentence, we were talking about he weighs 160 kg. Now, he himself does not weigh. He is a subject. He has another object that is each bag. Now he is weighing them. So here the subject is the person that is doing something. So in this case, weighing is a verb that is used as an action verb. In this case, you can make its ing form. I am involving a number of people in this project. Here I is a subject and it has an action verb that is involving. You can make its ing in this case. The phrasal verb depend on, however, is always stative. You cannot make its ing form. But in case if the subjects are people, we are depending on you to get this done. Now we shows the people, we refer to the people. So in this sense, when the we the subject that shows to the people, then you can make its ing form. If we go to the previous, here you can see your happiness depends on doing something you enjoy. Here your happiness is the subject, and in the sentence the next that we studied, there it is we are depending. There it was your happiness, here it is we are. So we are is a people, and there it was your happiness, that was the abstract noun. So in this case you can use its ing form. I hope you would have understood the use of these words like weigh, depend, involve, owe, consist to describe an state. The only thing that you can do is to listen this video 2 to 3 times and explain this video to someone else who can understand you, and in this way this can be helpful you. This was my little effort to help you understand the language, of course the English language, as I'm the English teacher. Now thank you very much for listening so carefully, and I hope that you will stay home and save yourself.